Right, here we are.
Right, well, this film, Social Stalker. Do you want to do this part?
Our opening to our film begins with a dark room during the evening. The camera then tracks into dim light as we see a series of photographs and newspaper snippets pinned to a wall. The camera shots then cut to close-ups. This shows that the newspaper snippets are of girls that have recently gone missing within the local area. The camera then pans around to reveal a silhouetted man sitting at a computer. The only light within the room is with that from the computer screen. The camera then continues with close-ups. This reveals that the man is talking to a girl on an online chat. They are talking about meeting up within a couple of hours, which they agree to. The man then stands up and walks out of the room, which the camera follows his movements from behind without showing his face. He then moves on to another room. As he walks into the room, we see a girl tied to a chair. The camera doesn't follow him into the room. The door starts to close on the camera whilst we see him pick up a baseball bat and walk towards the girl. When the door closes, we hear two thuds, as if they are muted. In succession with the thuds, the film title is shown. This is the opening sequence to our film, the outcome of the girl he was speaking to online, and that he arranged to meet is unknown.
Well, these are like themes and inspirations. So we got like the isolation theme. So the fact that he is his own person and he's sitting in his room and he does his own thing, but at the same time he's worldwide because he's on a social network like Facebook or Twitter, whichever he does it on. And like the internet stalking is kind of along that theme as well. We got like some of our inspirations from like Disturbia and Taken. We got the trailer up there. Do you want to open up the Taken trailer? Just show a bit of this. There's a sound up.
Yeah.
So basically, like the idea of kidnapping, like vulnerable girls. So in Taken, it's the fact that they've gone on holiday on their own and they're vulnerable. Whereas in our film, it's more the fact of girls online, like vulnerable to be meeting up with people they don't even know who they are. So it's like easy to be kidnapped. That sort of way. Do you want to disturb it?
Yeah, basically we got the idea for our bad guy who's kind of like quite secluded in his own little world kind of thing. And we got training for it to see him. So we kind of like took the bad guy from that and put it into our own.
All set to go nowhere.
I am sentencing you to 3 months house arrest, Mr. Bright.
We need to go to the safe zone. The light flashes. Alright, that's it. Come on.
The miracle didn't just take you away.
No, Louis. I know what I saw. When this house was first built, this main house and the garage weren't connected. And what would he need that for?
Visual coming your way.
He's hiding something. We know that. And he knows that we know that.
Oh my God.
Ronnie, we need to see what's in this garage.
So our target audience is basically just anyone who's going to be using social networking sites, because that kind of like leads into the film. And also we decided on 15 because we want to like as many people who do use social networking sites to be able to see it.
It's basically like a 15, more not for the fact of it's going to be violent, because it's going to indicate violence other than that violence, something to actually show it. So it's going to be more of a psychological thriller because of the fact that they don't actually see the killings happening. or the kidnapping happening. It just happens, and leaves it to the audience to figure out through the film of what's happening and how he's doing it. So it's up to the audience other than just showing it. So it actually makes the audience get involved more than just sitting there and watching it. And there's the next one. So basically, the whole plot of the film is a mysterious man is kidnapping young girls through Facebook, and all the police come to the scenes every time he does it, and they always turn up too late until a clever trainee female police officer signs into Facebook, and ends up finding out the social stalker's added her as a friend. So she goes on a lone investigation and brings him to justice, basically.
He's not calling himself the social stalker on Facebook, is he? Because that's a fake.
Questions?
Does the killer have a motive or anything?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it money or is he just a psycho?
Yeah, he's just a psycho. I don't know. He kind of just likes. I guess he's a kind of a paedophile, isn't he? Because he just likes kidnapping young people and just for fun to kill them. So he's kind of just a psycho.
Just girls, then?
Yeah, just girls. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Questions?
The title sequence, or the intro, 2-minute intro. Again, it's like the joke idea. So you're giving the punchline away in the first 2 minutes. Maybe a better way of representing it would be seeing it from the person who's going to meet him's point of view. So she's got a friend who's got a picture of say it's a girl, he's pretending to be a girl, say, and then at the last minute of the 2-minute intro, you flick back to his computer and you see it from his point of view. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not revealing. You don't see a guy at a computer talking to a girl in a blood-splattered room, and then he runs and he hits someone with a baseball bat, and then you're not doing everything all at the same time. You're not kind of cram everything into that first 2 minutes. You leave it to the audience.
The main thing it come from was the fact that we had this image of a guy walking, just walking up to this room, and the camera just following him until the camera just stops. He opens the door, picks up a baseball bat, and there's a girl tied up in a chair.
Right.
Just with as he's walking up to the door, muffled, screaming and stuff. And as he opens the door, she's just there, sitting on this chair, it's not the girl he was just talking to.
No, I know that. I'm just trying to.
And then as he picks up the baseball bat, the door closes behind him, and you just hear that's where the idea comes.
Yeah, you can still end with that shot. I think if you started with the opening sequence where you had the girl talking on Facebook or whatever, and then if you had a nice little montage thing of you could cut back and forward of her going to the house and back to the computer, the titles, cut back and forward to get this idea they've built. So you build up this relationship between the two of them in this opening sequence, and then when she gets there, you can have that nice reveal where it cuts and it's the guy.
Exactly. That'll basically it'll twist the story a lot more.
Much more mysterious.
Exactly. It'll basically, instead of saying this is a film about a guy who hits people with bait, you're not shouting it in the first 2 minutes. You're kind of just subtly saying, there's something a bit weird about this. Why are we following this girl who's just talking to a mate on Facebook?
Yeah.
And then at the end you reveal that it's this weirdo who likes hitting people with baseball bats.
Especially you don't have to tell it in the title sequence. You don't have to tell it in a linear way. You don't have to have her sitting on a computer talking to someone. Then she goes to the house. You can cut back and forth with your titles. Have a nice sort of passage of time bit where obviously she's built up this relationship.
Yeah,
and she's getting.
Yeah, you can abstract time.
Yeah.
How are you gonna create 2 new Facebooks to actually do it?
Probably. We'll just create, or we'll create one at least for the stalker.
Can they use Facebook?
We won't be showing the actual Facebook thing. We'll be using the close. We won't actually.
I assume that if you use it and you're creating them accounts, as long as you delete those accounts when you're finished.
Yeah.
And then I should imagine it's fine, really, because they're not using it for monetary gain or anything. So.
And I think one like really good plus one is I really like the title. I think you've got a really strong image there already for like us as well as we posted, but for that, really investigate that more with your target audience and try and link that into what you're going to say about the themes in your film. I think I talked about like we when we watched Serbia, which is like a remake of Rear Window. It's 12A and they've aimed at 12A because they've got him playing Xbox Live. They've got him on his moaning about his iTunes account. They've got him sitting on social networking sites, and you can exploit that because that's what your target audience likes. So put some of that in there, build on that.
Cool.